The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission seeks feedback on the content and presentation of shareholder reports from real investors. We went online to usertesting.com to ask them. They compared a PDF of a typical annual report to an enhanced summary version of the report presented online. They have agreed to have their comments recorded.
So what I'm looking for immediately are the facts. Give me the facts on this. I don't need to hear the mumble jumble, forward-looking, quotes about, how the business is going to be doing great.
Discuss your thoughts, including any likes or dislikes. Do you generally review this kind of document? How much time do you spend reading your shareholder report? Well, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. It's 61 pages, and a lot of it is just, a lot of it doesn't really make sense to me. A lot of it is not interesting to me. What matters to me is how the fund is doing in real life. I've already chosen this fund, right? I have to make a decision whether I'm going to keep this fund.
So to be perfectly honest, I don't spend a lot of time going through all the small, but for the most part, I probably only read about 15% of the whole annual report.
Okay, so if I got this, it basically gives me kind of a little note there, and then it gives me the overview. For me personally, this is 1,000 times better than reading the PDF that typically comes, where I feel like I have to scan through a lot of information to get to the highlights. So for me, this gives me the investment overview, which is really all that I am looking for. It also gives me more information if I want to click on it and find out more, but for me, this is exactly what I would want.
So this is much more visually appealing. I think it's a lot more relevant too. It's certainly not 61 pages. It doesn't feel overwhelming to me. Wow. So this just feels a lot more approachable. It also feels like I can give this a much quicker glance and kind of understand it.
I like that. I think I like this much better than getting the annual report that we just looked at, because this is much more concise and to the point, and hits on the things that I'm more interested in looking at and reviewing, instead of a lot of the fluff and the extras and things like that.
So most people these days don't have an hour and a half to sit in front of a prospectus or an annual report, whatever it is, to analyze it. We just don't. This feels like a snapshot. Like I can still stay informed and it can be relevant, but I can quickly look at it and kind of have an idea of what's going on. It just feels a lot more visual, that I don't have to spend an hour and a half looking at teeny tiny little print and ingesting all of that information. Certainly not 61 pages, yet at the same time I feel informed.
In contrast, the traditional shareholder report feels out of date, out of touch, like going to Blockbuster Video to rent a movie for the night. This way of sort of viewing the shareholder reports or information on the mutual funds really is just sort of a testament to the times. Like this is an improved way of doing things.
This is definitely better than what I currently receive from my broker. And for the reasons I mentioned, that what I get from the broker is that big long document. They've never really parsed it down like this, and I wish they would. So this is definitely better than what I currently receive.
This page is better than what I currently receive from my broker, because I don't get anything like this, but this is what I want to see. So when I look at the PDF, this is what I'm looking for, is this information.
Actually, this is better than what I currently receive from my broker. What I currently receive is an email notification saying I can log into the site and I can download the document, which essentially is this PDF document. But I feel like what would take me 20 minutes to read the PDF would take me about 5 minutes to read on this website.